Hey everybody, this is Sarah, Thrifting for the Nest. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. I have an awesome Goodwill Outlet haul to share with you today. It's been a while since I've had one this good, so I'm really excited about it. I found my best find that I've found in a really long time, and they're just items off of your BOLO list that you never think you're gonna find, and yesterday I found at least one of them, but I'm really thrilled with how the day went. Anyways, I have been an online reseller for about 7 years. I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 boys, and I sell mostly on eBay, sometimes on Poshmark, and I buy most of my items at the Goodwill Outlet, which is the pay-by-the-pound store. So I pick up most of my items. Everything that I'm sharing in my haul today, I picked up for $1.30 a pound. So if you're new to reselling, if you haven't started yet, maybe this video will give you some ideas of the things that you could possibly pick up. But you know, I always say that when you go to the Goodwill tells you what you're gonna buy. You don't tell it what you're looking for because it's just super random. So I needed a win yesterday. It's been a while since I've had such good luck with picking. So I was there from about 8:20, 8:15 in the morning till about 10:30. So this is about 2 hours roughly of picking. I picked up, I don't have my receipt with me, but it was about 60 pounds of stuff. I've got 3 of those IKEA bags full of clothes to share with you. So I'll do my best. This is actually kind of a newer setup for me. I decided that my office is way too cluttered and the lighting is crummy in there. So I'm in my kitchen. So this is my first haul from my kitchen that I've done. So hopefully, and I'm doing it with my iPhone instead of with my webcam, but I feel like the quality is going to be good. So we'll see. Let me know if it's not as we go. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and get started. I'll share with you what I got. There is no order. Everything's just random in bags. So I'll share it with you. I'll share the tag with you, and I'll throw it in this bin that I have over here. Just try to stay as organized as possible. So I picked these up. I don't normally pick up the limited, but they're just a pair of, they look like cropped pants, like career slacks, but they're new with tags, and that's why I bought them. They're also a size 14, so it's a good size, new with tags, a good career fit. Again, they're cropped, so not necessarily in season, but that's okay. The MSRP on these is $60. The limited is not necessarily a brand that I will pick up. In fact, I did throw back a dress in the bins yesterday that was not new with tags. It was the limited. It was actually really cute, but it's just not, that brand in particular doesn't sell super well for me. But again, new with tags, size 14. I felt like it was worth it. This is a Columbia dress, an omni shade dress. Any of the Columbia gear I will pick up, especially when it's size extra large. So there is a lot of Columbia here in my area because of where I live in the Pacific Northwest. I love the Columbia dresses, sell especially well for me. So I'll probably put that up for about 30 bucks. We'll see. So I bought this because it's in great condition. Athletic separates don't do great for me anymore. They used to do pretty well for me, but I find that like just basic pieces like this is just a Adidas Climalite top. It's in fantastic condition. I couldn't probably get much more than $5 on eBay for this, honestly, but what I like to do is lot athletic clothes together, especially January, February. Athletic lots sell pretty well because of people's New Year's resolutions. So I picked it up. I actually found a few of those types of things today or yesterday and decided, well, they're all similar sizes. I can lot everything up together and they should sell well for me as lots. This is a Cynthia Rowley piece. So I would pick this up sometimes. I like this piece because of the collar. It's super cute and it's 100% linen. So linen pieces do really well for me in general. I will pick up most linen no matter what brand it is because it will sell well. So I don't anticipate getting more than 20 bucks for this piece, and likely that's probably shooting high. My thought when I'm sourcing is, can I get at the bins, because everything's $1.30 a pound, can I get at least $10 plus shipping? I do charge shipping on everything. I know that I'm probably going to pay 10 to 15% in eBay fees, 20% if it's on Poshmark. So my sales price has to be at least $10. And I'm always wanting to make sure that I get to 25 pounds. So some stuff is just filler pieces so that I can get to 25 pounds because that's where the price break is. I'll be paying more if I get less than 25 pounds. So just so you kind of know how my brain works when I'm sourcing. So some of the items you'd see and be like, well, I wouldn't pick that up. And a lot of this I wouldn't pick up if I was at a Goodwill retail store paying what our Pacific Northwest prices are. A lot of these items, after talking to a lot of resellers, I realized that in our area, our Goodwills are priced quite a bit higher. Our regular Goodwills are priced quite a bit higher than other parts of the country. So the bins really is my best place for sourcing. So I just take what I can get and what I know that I can sell. Not everything sells. That's just part of doing business. I probably have about a 60 to 70% sell-through rate of all of my items, and it can take, I kind of have a max of 4 months. I don't like stuff to be in my store for much longer than that. So if it gets into my store, or if it's in my store for much longer than that, I will typically auction it off or pull it and relist it if I think that it's still worth selling, or I'll redonate. So this is a Lane Bryant skirt. I love selling Lane Bryant, especially their career wear does really well for me. This happens to be new with tags as well. Had an MSRP of $55 on it, and it is a size 28 skirt. So I will pick up most Lane Bryant as long as it's in good condition. And that, of course, is new with tags. So I have never heard of this brand before, but because of what it is, I felt like it was worth picking up and putting it in my cart. So this is a men's Sims shirt, and it's a hiking vented outdoor shirt. So similar to like Columbia PFG or REI shirts, which I always pick up. So because of the style is what caught my eye, and then I looked up the brand to make sure, and this brand does really well. So I decided it was worth picking up. It's a men's extra large, and it's in great condition. It's like a nylon hiking shirt. So here's one of those other basic pieces. It's a Nike long sleeve shirt. Again, on its own, probably won't sell for much, but I will lot this together with some other athletic pieces and put them up in athletic lots. These women's Columbia Omni Shade shirts do really well for me. Button front. And when I say really well, I mean it sells quickly. These things don't sit typically on my shelves. I will sell this for about 15 bucks if I were to guess what it's gonna sell for. And they're very lightweight, so they really don't cost much at all. Okay, I picked this up because I swear I've seen people talk about it on Instagram before as a brand to pick up. I checked comps on it, and it's decent. It's not fantastic, but it's decent, and I actually never find this brand at the bins, so decided to pick it up. It's Good American. And it's like a cropped hoodie, like a lightweight cropped hoodie in great condition. So I felt like it was worth picking up. I checked the comps real quick just to make sure that I knew that it would sell. And it looks like about a $20 average sale price. I use Completely, the app Completely, when I'm at the bins to check just at a glance what things are selling for, how quickly the sell-through rate is on it. And that helps me kind of make a quick decision of whether to buy it or not. You'll see I pick up things for my kids. This is just an Under Armour polo shirt. My son is always looking for, we have a very loose rule that we try to make our kids wear collared shirts to church on Sundays. It's the only time that I have a dress code for them. So if it's athletic gear that has a collar on it, it's a win. Honestly, I'm losing that battle as a mom. My kids are 8 and 10. They definitely have their own opinions about clothes, and I'm just gonna let that be what it is at this point. As long as you don't look super sloppy, you can wear what you want to wear. I digress. Okay, so pick these up again. Columbia, they're just a pair of nylon hiking pants, women's size 12. So it's a good size. This is like bread and butter for me. I will pick this stuff up all day long without even thinking about it or checking recent comps because it always sells really well. Here's a shirt for my husband from Target, nothing exciting. Under Armour for myself. I always say that my husband works a corporate job and he gets health benefits and a 401k, and I am a reseller, so I get cheap clothes for my family. That's the benefit that I get from doing reselling, among other benefits. But as far as just my corporate perks, that's what that is. So I picked these up because they look relatively unworn. They are a Victoria's Secret slipper, faux fur lined, super soft and cozy. I wish they were my size. And I think that they should sell for at least 15 to 20 bucks. I haven't checked comps on them. I just bought them based solely on what they were and the fact that they looked maybe like they were worn one time. So I don't pick up all cycling shoes, but these look like they were in fairly good condition, a little bit of dinginess on the bottom. They're Shimano brand. So if you look up this brand on eBay, look at comps or look up on Completely, you'll see that they're kind of hit and miss, but I think that I should get about 30 bucks for these. After I looked up specifically the style, I'm basing that price on the quality. Again, they don't look like they've been worn much at all, so I felt like these were a good buy. I probably paid like $3 for these. So by the time I paid by weight, because they're a little bit heavier. I pick up most Toms if they're in good condition, and I especially like the wedge boots. So I picked these up. They're just little black suede wedge booties. These should sell for about $18 to $25, just depending. You know, I like to try to give a range. I'm very negotiable on my prices. I like to move stuff quickly, so I accept best offers, which means I might take a little bit less for an item than what it could actually sell for if I decided to wait a bit. So that's something that you have to decide if that's best for you. I don't like to sit on my stuff very often, and because I don't have much of an investment into it in the first place, I'm okay taking best offers, even if I know if I waited like a month, maybe I'd get a better price. I would rather just move stuff through my store and sell it quickly and get new inventory in. So that's why I like to give you a little bit of a range, depending on what you want to do and how you want to spend your time. Okay, so again with the Columbia, this time it's a men's shirt, Omni-Wick. It's large men's plaid button front shirt. Men love these because it's not nylon, it's a cotton, so it's a good dress shirt that's still like athletic and in that regard, and not like a stuffy dress shirt that some men might not like. So this is, I keep picking up my coffee to drink it, and then I set it down because I keep talking, but I'm gonna drink my coffee real quick. Sorry. I still need caffeine. It's still early in the morning. I dropped my kids off at school a little bit ago and came home to do this haul. So this is an Ann Taylor Loft sweater. I don't buy all Loft. I'm actually very picky on what Loft I do pick up. I don't buy Loft in the really small sizes, and if it's super basic, I won't pick it up. But I love their dresses and I love their sweaters, and this is a size large and it's animal print, and animal print just seems to be one of those things that never quite goes out of style, so there's always somebody looking for animal print. You can't see the fullness of the sweater, but it's like a high-low hem, so that's super in style, and it's cute, so I bought it. I picked these up. They're just basic Adidas women's leggings. They are a size small. They're patterned, but these patterned leggings do fairly well for me, so I'm expecting to get between $12 and $16 for these. So not a huge ticket item, but I could not leave them behind for the weight that they are. I did really good finding clothes for my kids yesterday, which is great because I feel like it's they're getting to that age where it's harder to find clothes in their size. It was really easy when they were younger to find clothes for them at the bins, but now that they're getting older, I think bigger boys blow through their clothes quicker. They run through them, and so that by the time they get to the Goodwill, they have holes and stains and all the things. So when I find them, even if they're a couple sizes ahead of them, I buy them and then I store them. So I found 3 pairs of these Oakley pants. Okay, I did not check current comps, but I've done really well with Oakley, men's Oakley stuff in the past, so I didn't even think twice. It's 3 of the same pair, which was fantastic. They were all in the same bin, size 38, 32s. They almost look like a golf pant, like a men's golf pant, so I felt like this was a really good, I was thrilled. I was thrilled to find 3 pairs in the same bins, because that makes it really easy to list. So you'll forgive me while I throw the other 2 pairs in my box, because I don't need to show you all 3 pairs. So this was another great find yesterday. This wasn't my best find of the day, but it was a great find. I found this Tory Burch dress. It is beautiful. It is stretchy material. The only bummer about it is that it is missing the belt, but it has like the fabric loop on the belt, and I decided that it was still worth buying because it's Tory Burch. If it's an Ann Taylor Loft dress and it's missing the belt, I won't pick it up. But because it's Tory Burch, I decided to pick it up. So many of you are familiar with the Tory Burch tag. It can look different depending on the year that it came out, but there's no other flaws that I could see off the bat with this dress. So anyway, I love it. I think it's cute. I love the pattern and the style. And how often do we find Tory Burch at the bins? Not super often. I've found it a few times, but that was exciting for me. Okay, so this is one of those things. It's not an intuitive thing to pick up. But this kind of stuff, if you get the right thing, it can do really well. So this is a vintage nightgown, like semi-sheer lingerie piece. I learned about picking this stuff up from the bin pickers because they do really well with this kind of stuff. I don't typically have an eye for it, but I saw this and knew right away that this is kind of the stuff that typically sells well in that category. So Lavoie's, I looked up the brand, and there were 2 items on the Completely app that sold of this brand, and they each sold for $60 to $80 a piece. So I knew it was, even though I couldn't find a ton of comps on it, I knew that it was worth like the 40 cents to buy this and take the risk. Even if it sells for 15 bucks, it's still a good buy. I picked this up because it's Christmas time. I know we're getting a little too close to listing stuff for Christmas, but I couldn't help it because it's new with tags. It's this little girl's Harry Potter dress, and I think what cute little Harry Potter fan wouldn't love this dress? So I picked that up. Honestly, I just noticed the price on the tag. The MSRP on it is $11.96, so maybe I won't actually put it up, but maybe I will. I don't know. I just loved it. It's new with tags and couldn't leave it behind. Okay, when I found this in the bins, it was this side up, like this fleecy, fuzzy, like super soft fleece material. And so I knew it was something quality based on that. It was like the bin that got rolled up in front of me, and then I had to wait, till the rest of the bins rolled in to start picking. So I grabbed it, didn't look at it, because in that moment you're just kind of grabbing whatever feels good and looks good, and then I sorted later. And sure enough, it's an LL Bean. So again, not amazing, but great. Like, this is bread and butter for me. LL Bean vests sell for 25 to 30 bucks easy for me. So it's reversible, it's cozy. Actually, I'm sorry, it's not reversible. It just has the soft fleece lining. It's cozy, it's great for this season, so pick that up. I love LL Bean, and I will pick up most LL Bean. I will also pick up most Patagonia. So this is an older style piece. It's like a capeline, and it's an extra small. It has fabric pilling on it. It's not the most exciting style right now. It's a quarter zip pullover. So there's a lot of things that are like wrong with this item, and if this was Nike, I probably would have left it based on the quality. That sounds bad, but people buy Patagonia for function. And there's no holes or stains in it. There's just the pilling. And so I picked it up. It might sell for 20, but again, the function is there. It's meant to keep bodies warm in cold weather. So always pick up Patagonia. I've even picked up Patagonia with holes and flaws. And if you just disclaimer them in your listing, people know that because they buy it for function, a lot of people are like, whatever, I'll patch the hole. I'm wearing it under something anyway. I just need the function of Patagonia. Okay, I wouldn't normally pick up this brand. It's Mason Jewels. I believe that this is a Nordstrom house brand, but it is new with tags. Am I right on that with Nordstrom? No, it's not. This is a Macy's tag. I feel like I've seen it in Nordstrom, but I could be super, super wrong on that. Obviously, this is a Macy's tag, but the MSRP on it is $79.50. And anything new with tags is always worth buying at the bins. Even if you have friends who you want to help dress, right? Like that are like, hey, pick some clothes out for me, or coats that are new with tags, even if it's a Target brand, pick it up and donate it to a shelter. There's so many benefits to having the job that we do. People don't find clothes for this cheap. They're not gonna go to the bins and pick through. So when we have the opportunity to pick any clothing new with tags, donate it to a women's shelter. If you can't sell it, like pick it up anyway. Donate it to a women's shelter. Give it to some friends who don't have the money to buy clothes. If it's coats and gloves and scarves, donate them to a shelter, because I will do that through the year and then make one large donation. In fact, I have a bunch of coats under my stairs that I have to get to a shelter. I have been looking for a coat drive. Usually I have friends that do coat drives, and I've just not seen anything on social media yet this year to promote them, but I will go out and find a place to donate. This is another Lane Bryant piece. It is a hooded cardigan, like a duster. So it's like a long cardigan duster. These are great basic pieces. Everybody's looking for stuff like this right now. It's super cozy. It's gray and gold. It has a little bit of pilling. It definitely looks a little bit worn, but there's nothing wrong with it. So I'll probably sell that for about 25 bucks. Okay, this caught my eye basically because all vintage catches my eye, but I don't specialize in vintage. I don't really know much about it. I know that I love it. I don't do well selling it most of the time because I don't know how to market it. I suppose I could do some research, but this is, and then I saw the tag on this. So this is a little girl's vintage Sears Winnie the Pooh dress. I have sold a baby girl's piece of this probably 6 months ago for like 60 bucks. And so I knew it was something based on that. So it is adorable, obviously vintage. Somebody's looking for this. So I was happy to rescue it from the bins. Again, did not weigh very much at all. Okay, these are Victoria's Secret pink sweatpants. I'm pretty selective about the style that I pick up of this brand. I used to pick it up no matter what, but these are just a space dye, has the little dog icon on them, a basic piece, but I think that these should sell for about $15. I will pick up all cashmere, even if it has holes in it. This does have a tiny little hole in the shoulder. This is Land's End. And even with that hole, should sell for about $15. I just noticed another little hole in the back. I swear the lighting at the bins is crummy, or there's some magical trickery that they use so that you actually can't see the flaws when you're there. Because this many years, I know exactly where to look for holes and stains and flaws, and I still miss them all the time. So don't beat yourself up if you do the same thing. This will still sell, even with holes, just because there's a couple. I used to lot cashmere sweaters together that had holes in them and sell them as crafters lots. I don't do that anymore because it's just a lot of extra work, but that'll sell for something, even if I auction it off. So speaking of cashmere, I might regret this decision, but I picked up a Loro Piana cashmere sweater yesterday at the bins. I know, super exciting if you know that brand. I've sold a sweater. I've sold a couple pieces from them for well over $100. It's a great brand. It's totally a bolo. Pick it up. I would say no matter what, but I threw the sweater back because it was cashmere and it was ridden with holes. Like there were holes all over the front, all down the sleeves, all like torn up on the shoulder. I mean, it was a mess. So I just didn't want to deal with it. But I had it in my cart the entire time I was shopping. And I was like, I'll just auction it off. It's Loro Piana. Like it'll sell well. I've been thinking about it ever since I threw it back though. What if somebody just wanted the luxury of that particular cashmere and they would have used it for a crafting piece? But it was really, really messed up. So it's fine. Maybe somebody else picked it up. Maybe one of you picked it up. Maybe not. I don't know, but I gotta just let it go. Sometimes you just have to make the decision and then let it go, which is what I did. So these are American Eagle jeans. I will pick these up most of the time as long as they're not boot cut. So these are women's jeans, I believe. Yes. They're actually a size 18, which is great. I don't know if I've ever found American Eagle as an 18. And they're like black jeans, super distressed, right? Tears all down the leg and on the back pockets. So these are good style. They are worn, they have fading. I will, of course, say that in the listing. But I will pick up any kind of skinny distressed jeans from American Eagle. Okay, Nick and Nora is a brand I used to pick up all the time, especially their Christmas gear, and sell really well. I didn't look up current comps. I would imagine that maybe it's not as good as it used to be, but they're Christmas pajamas and they're actually in great condition. It looks like maybe somebody wore them for Christmas photos once and then never wore them again. So I have the top and the bottoms. They're in a women's size extra large. So, pick up Nick and Nora if it's in good condition. We'll see how this sells. I'll get this up right away since it's obviously 2 weeks before Christmas. So people probably already have their stuff for that, but maybe not. And actually, I have found in years past that whatever Christmas stuff doesn't sell before Christmas will sell right after Christmas. So it's funny, like people are online buying stuff, and of course they can negotiate a pretty good deal afterwards, but they'll buy their Christmas stuff for the next year right after Christmas is over. So all is not lost if you don't sell your Christmas stuff before the 25th. Okay, this is a cabbie dress. It's an older style cabbie, but I like it. It's pretty, it's a nice career piece. The newer label does better for me. I did not look up the style number to check comps on this, but you could, cabbie always puts usually a 3-digit style number on the side seam, so you can take a look at that, check comps while you're at the store shopping to see if it's worth picking up for you, especially if you're paying more than $1.30 a pound. You really want to make sure it's going to sell well for you. This is just a good patterned Nike sweatshirt. These basic Nike pieces do really well for me. Patterns are always good, so had to pick that up. Here's another just good athletic basic that I'll probably lot in something. It's Saucony brand, long sleeved athletic top. Sorry, I didn't show you the tag. I pick up Saucony. It's a good bread and butter piece for me. Again, because I was finding other good lots, I decided to pick that up as well, since I knew I was going to lot something together. Okay, this brand is really hit and miss for me. I see a lot of resellers post about it, this Philosophy by Republic Clothing. So it doesn't sell as well for me as you would think based on other resellers' posts when they get super excited about finding it. But maybe I just haven't found the right pieces. This is a dress, very much like a shark bite hem, what I would describe as a login look dress. So because of that, I went ahead and picked it up. We'll see how it does. I've sold their sweaters before for like $8 plus shipping. So nothing super exciting. This brand continues to do really well for me. This Lulu's brand, it's a fairly new brand to me, but I'm finding more and more of it at the bins. So it sells quickly when I pick it up. And usually in about, depending on what style it is, about the $20 to $40 range. I know that's kind of a large range, but it really depends on style. This is a Columbia rain jacket. I think, yeah, it's women's. So, and it's plus. So when you can find plus size Columbia, I actually might keep this for myself. It's my size. I don't think I necessarily need a raincoat right now, but maybe I do. Maybe I do need a raincoat. But you know, it's got some signs of wear. It's got a little bit of pilling on the mesh lining. I'm not super concerned about it. It's super functional, no tears or stains or anything. So this brand, Spider, typically does pretty well for me. It's a women's jacket. It has a fleece lined hood. It's an extra small, so you know, not the most ideal size, but it should do fairly well for me. I should at least, I mean, honestly, like on a bad day, see if I can show you the tag. On a bad day, it should sell for 20 bucks. On a good day, it could sell for 40. It just really depends. And again, this is a brand that used to do super, super well for me that is more hit and miss now based on style. Okay, I don't want to like lead up to like have this major lead up, so I'm just gonna show you my best item of the day yesterday, and I found them first thing. I found teaks in the bins. So exciting. This is on every reseller's BOLO list. When I say BOLO, be on the lookout. Every reseller wants teaks, and these are in great condition. They've maybe been worn a couple of times, but you can tell just by looking at the inside. The heel is like perfect. They're a size 6, so they're for tiny feet. I do not have tiny feet, because at first I was like, oh, I want to see what the big deal is. Like, why are people so excited about these? Like, really, tell me, do you have these? Why do people want to spend so much money on these? I checked comps like I needed to. Of course, I grabbed them and hid them and put them under a blanket in my cart. I want to know what makes these so special. I'm not going to be able to fit them on my feet and try them out. So if you own them, tell me why? Why do people spend so much money? I don't even know what the MSRP is on these. I just know the resale value is between like $90 and $130, depending on like how much they've been worn. So tell me, what's the deal? Now that I finally scored some, I swear, they're like, I know I'm talking about these too much, but look at that. Like, they're barely worn. They're barely worn. So anyway, I have been looking for teaks, and they're so unassuming looking. Like, you would think that even the Goodwill retail stores would price them for $5.99 and put them like with the flip-flops because of what they are. I'm sure they're onto it by now. I'm sure they're watching my video right now and taking notes. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, super exciting to find those. It was a great way to start my trip. I found them within the first 5 minutes of walking in the building. They were in the bottom of a blanket bin. They weren't even in the shoe bins. It was a bin that had probably been rolled out about 5 minutes before I got there, and people were done picking through it. Because that's what happens during the rotation sometimes, depending on how busy the store is. People will kind of quickly flip through a bin, and then they'll move on to the next one instead of really digging through. I mean, I know that there are some resellers that are super thorough, but Yeah, that was really exciting. And when I found the first one, I was like, there's no way I'm going to find the other one. And I found the first one at the same time that I had found like a Sam Edelman ballet flat. And I found the other ballet, the Sam Edelman, right away. And I was like, okay, well, maybe there's a chance because I found a full pair of the Sam Edelmans. So maybe I'll find the teaks. In fact, I don't think I even bought the Sam Edelmans because they were not very good quality. So exciting. Okay, picked up these. I think it's Sanuk is how you say it. I could be totally butchering it. They're cute little canvas shoes. This brand does really well for me, whether they're flip-flops or tennis shoes, sneakers. The men's sneakers of that brand do really, really well for me. So I always pick that up. This is a men's Adidas hoodie in great condition. Nothing wrong with it. So this is a good basic piece. I'll probably sell that for 15 to 20 bucks, all depending. This is a new with tags Anthropologie piece. And this, I don't think I've actually ever sold this particular brand set from Anthropologie. Eva Franco. Is that right? Yeah, Eva Franco. But it has the attached Anthro tag. And MSRP on it is $128, but it had a sale price of $69.98 marked down to it. So it's a cute little pencil skirt though, like a career skirt. So I'll iron this baby out and get that listed. So I don't know. I actually didn't look up that brand set to see how well that line does, but I'm not gonna say no to a new with tags Anthropologie piece at the bins. Okay, this is inside out, so I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time trying to present this, but it's just a basic J. Crew chambray button front women's shirt. It's a size 4, so it's a little small. These are good basic pieces though. It should sell for about 20 bucks. I'm almost done, you guys. Thanks for bearing with me. This I picked up because of style, and then I checked comps later and decided it was good enough for me to pick up. So it's a men's, these men's like Henley sweaters are just good all the time. I'd never heard of this brand Redhead before. It's a cotton knit, but it's a 2XL. I put it in my cart, checked comps later, and these sell for about 30 bucks average price. So, especially in the larger sizes. So this was a good find. Maybe not on every reseller's radar. Here's another cabbie piece. This is like a blazer. So there's that older cabbie tag again, but I really liked the style. I am pretty picky on cabbie, but I was just on a roll yesterday. Did not check comps on this style number, so who knows what the comps are looking like, but it'll sell. I'm not worried about it. It's a cute, like asymmetrical zip stretch blazer. Okay, and then we're down to my last item. So I actually have another item of this. I have a faux leather moto jacket of this brand in my store right now that's gotten a lot of interest. So it hasn't sold yet, but a lot of people are interested in it, and I have it marked for 50 bucks. And so I feel like, okay, people are looking up this brand. It's blank NYC. No idea where it comes from. Maybe Nordstrom. If you check comps for this brand, in general, it's pretty good. So it's another faux leather piece, but it's more of a cardigan with like faux leather accents on it. So between style and the interest that I have on the other piece that I have in my store, even though it hasn't sold yet, I decided it was worth buying. Definitely weighs over a pound, but still, maybe it's $2. It's totally worth it. So that's my haul. That was my haul from yesterday. It makes me really excited to go back tomorrow. Not saying that it's going to be amazing. I actually have a girlfriend at the bins this morning. I'm excited to hear if she got good stuff too. Because sometimes I find that you could just tell that the Goodwill was overwhelmed with stuff, whether they were just trying to push out their stuff from their retail stores or if they were just getting tons of raw donations because people are making room in their closets for the holiday season and for getting new items. So that's fun. And so it gets me excited to do more sourcing. So I'm going to go back to the bins tomorrow. And sometimes the end of the year is just the best sourcing, and it's like the busiest time as far as life is concerned. So I personally have to make a concerted effort to do more sourcing at the end of the year in the middle of all the holiday planning and fun things. But if the rest of the days are worth it like that, I was going to go to Value Village tomorrow because it's $2 tag day in my area, and I don't think it's going to be worth it. I think I better hit the bins. So that's that. All right. Thanks so much for for tuning in, for staying this far. If you liked the content, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. You'll get notifications for it. And again, you can follow me over on Instagram at Thrifting for the Nest. I would love to hear what you think of the items that I shared today. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a great day.